What's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're just gonna be having a nice little conversation. Jay and I gonna be talking about some old coins versus new coins, how Bitcoin is looking as of right now. What's good, Jay?
What up? What up? How's it going, man?
Not too crazy. Finally got a little bit of that mic fixed. We still got some issues, but we there.
Yeah. At least we can get started right now. We got some issues, but we gonna figure it out.
Yeah. Right now, Bitcoin is at 33K. Nothing, looking pretty good. I don't think people saw this type of explosion. What did you think?
Right on time. We had just said it. I mean, in the little bit of the stream that we had just did, we both said like it looks like it's getting ready. It
Yeah.
looks ready.
From what was it? What was that? Like a few weeks ago, we was at like 27K or something, and I was telling you guys that it was gonna be like a step up. You're gonna have like it's not gonna go all the way straight up. It's gonna go up a little bit, come back down, then go up a little bit more, then come back down again. The market makers are playing with this as of right now, but I said this was gonna be a whole year of recovery. What? Let me get your opinion on the end of the year case for Bitcoin.
For end of the year, I think we might. I think 30K. We got to hold 30K. So to me, I always look at what's happening on the chart. So I think as long as we maintain above 30K, it could be pretty interesting for Bitcoin. But also, I'm watching the whole macro market. Stock market started looking too good right now. Other markets still looking like they want to recover a little bit.
Yeah, my
And
boy, one of my guys in the Discord was like, one of the markets is lying. Jaws said
uh
it's either the stock market is lying because it's looking bearish, or the crypto market is lying because it's looking bullish. So one of the markets is really lying, and everyone was excited because the whole ETF as of right now, and it seemed like the ticker went away off the website. So I don't know what's going on. These market makers are just playing with our emotions, and I'm not liking it. This whole plan for the rest of the year is to wash out the longs, wash out the shorts, no matter what position you got. You're not, they don't want you to win no matter where you at. That's why you're getting these ups and downs on the whole entire market. How you
yeah,
feel
they
about
shake out. Yeah, that's exactly true. So they shake out. They shake out the little man. The goal of the market is to extract the money from the people. So they definitely do a lot of things with the news and the market makers. They make this thing go up and down. But also, like, when you see that accumulation, they load up, pump it up, get everybody excited, exit liquidity, and then they
that?
go ahead
Exactly.
and do what they got to do.
See, got some comments here. You got Rebel with the Euro. Michael here. He just says here. He the first one here. So, and I had said we waiting on Jay. You're here now. Then you got Shizzy. What's up, EA and EC?
Shizzy.
And yep, Shizzy says we're acting like a commodity. How you feel about that one?
That's interesting. You know what? I'm gonna look into that because I don't really look at too many commodities charts that much. I mean, I look at gold a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna see how commodities move and see if that's accurate.
Yeah. With this crazy move that we had some big gainers and big losers. Amina Protocol up 50%. That's
hmm
huge. That's huge. What else you got here? Conflux, not financial advice. I seen this. I was making an AI video. I'm like, what type is this? Not a meme or something? You scroll down, you got Insure, DeFi, Polymath, Polyledger, Polymesh, Everdome is up here, up 25%. You see any of your favorites up here?
Nah, not really in that list, but I know Dione
It's
Protocol
been going crazy.
did, went did a nice gain yesterday. It was
We're
it
gonna
was a
mention
couple
that too.
things, huh?
We're gonna mention Dion Protocol too.
Yeah, Dione, yeah. They
And then
that had a nice run. I remember we talked about that before on the
yep,
stream. It was kind of a leading indicator because it was moving a little bit quicker than Bitcoin, and yeah, Bitcoin
you got
actually followed it.
you got Blur up here. That's it seems like people are bringing that activity back to Blur. I think their next airdrop is coming up soon, so that's good. Um, Biggest losers. I already saw one of my favorites up here that I've been telling people to wait for. You got even Arc up here. That's a good loser. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? I just missed it. Big time here. Big time is down 9.5%. It's getting to that buy zone. Well, it's already in the buy zone. I've been telling people wait for it to go under 15 cents and under. That's a great buy opportunity for big time. I actually just made another video talking about big time. There's a lot of things coming out for this game. Have you heard of it yet?
For big time?
Yeah.
Nah.
Big time. I like 2 years ago during the bull, during
Mhm.
that bull market, they had their like NFTs came out, which they call spaces. A lot of people made a nice little decent sized bag off of it. At first, they said there wasn't going to be no tokens for it, but of course, eventually a token came out that was airdrop to the people. I sold my spaces, so I couldn't even get the airdrop. I'm kind of hot about that, but it's all right. Moving on here. Open Fabric just recently came out today, and it is sitting at 15 cents right now. I told you guys this is going to be one of my favorite AI plays going into the next bull market. We did get into the private sale of it at around 4 cents. Public IDO was about 6 cents. So it's a nice little moon sheet right here for you guys to check it out on that. Have you heard of Open Fabric yet?
Yeah, I was looking into it a little bit, because I was looking at all the AI plays.
Yeah. Open Fabric is looking like one of those ones, man. It's looking like one of those ones.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Circle back around.
Mm-hmm. Next, you got Super. I told you guys I made the video. Super public sale is coming out tomorrow. If you guys haven't already signed up, go ahead and sign up for that. You do got a KYC. If you're in the United States, you're not gonna be able to do it. They're also doing an airdrop, so you gotta do some different tasks for it. I do think Super is going to be the second big oracle that people are going to be talking about. Outside of Chainlink, of course, Chainlink is going to be number one. Super. It even recently partnered with Google here, as you guys can see. So this is a big partnership for Super. You guys got to pay attention to Super. How you feel about Super? Have you heard of it?
I saw your video.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I saw about that Google partnership. Looks pretty cool. But Google, I would just caution just a little bit on being excited about the Google partnerships, because Google seems to be just scooping up. I
Yeah,
guess they seem to
that's
be just
fair. That's
scooping
fair.
up projects left and right. But it is showing that they are on their radar. And one of my other Oracle plays actually had a partnership with Google, but they actually bombed it. So that Oracle's
Oh,
done. That Oracle's done. So it's kind of interesting to see that Google's going after other Oracle platforms.
okay,
So
that's
that's
fair.
really-
That's a fair take. Good take, because I can't just give that one sided bullish take. I need the bearish take as well, right? We did get into the private sale of both Supra and Open Fabric. So if you guys want to get into private sales, you guys got to join that Patreon group there. So let's get into the topic of the video. The topic essentially we're going to be talking about is new altcoins versus older altcoins. I did leave a poll in the comments for you guys to answer. What are you more interested in investing in? Newer altcoins or older altcoins? I'm gonna let you kick it off, Jay.
Um, you know what? This is a hard question because I've even made videos on this, but I would say both, because to me, I like to invest in whatever is like looking good, whatever I feel like is going to be something that is going to be needed, solving issues, and can create hype. So with that being said, I think there's always a bunch of old altcoins that just die off in every cycle. At least, I mean, I can't say every cycle. I've only been here for two of them, but there's always that list of altcoins that everybody was super hype about that dies off, and there's always a list of newcomers that come up. So right now, when I look at my bag, I'm kind of 50-50, to be honest. I'm in 50-50 new, 50-50 old. But
Yeah,
like when I tell people, as far as like if they're looking for the most gains, like my friends and family, then I'll be putting them on to more newer plays that I feel like they have that good thing, they have that hype cycle.
funny that you say that. When my friends or like family members ask me about crypto, I tell them just buy ETH. I just keep it simple. Just buy ETH. That's it.
Oh
You
yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah.
you don't need
I mean,
nothing
yeah,
else.
I always tell them buy some ETH and some Bitcoin for sure. I always say, but Ethereum, yeah. When it comes to like, hey, for sure, shoe in, low risk, like risk to reward. Yeah, get that ETH because ETH is gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I only say ETH because I don't want them texting me back later like, yo, what happened? I'm like, yo, listen,
Yeah.
I'm just telling you about ETH. It's safe. Just stay there. But when it
Yeah.
comes to my take on this, my take is it's like just like you said, it's kind of 50-50, but to me it also depends on like the type of narrative that's going on. That's why I pulled up some of these new narratives here. Like you
Hmm.
got RWAs here, right? There's some
Yeah.
altcoins that have been out for a minute that's been focused on RWAs, but that hasn't been a narrative and they haven't
Yeah.
seen like their true potential because it wasn't put into that narrative. Now you got RWAs here. You're gonna have some newer altcoins, and you're gonna have some older altcoins that's actually a part of this narrative that I believe both will do well. Right? It's all like it's all
Hmm.
about the situation that you're in. Like right now, you have
Yeah. Exactly.
exactly you have Centrifuge that came out like what was it 2-3 years ago, right?
Hmm.
And this now it looks like it's going to be the leading RWA play, while you have Maple probably came out a year ago. That's that's going to get a lot of hype too. But which one do you think is going to outperform? I probably would bet my money on Centrifuge as it's more cemented. Because with the older altcoins, I feel like when they have been developing during this whole time during the especially if they made it through the bear market continuously developing,
Hmm.
that's when you're going to start to see like the good partnerships that they have, what they're actually looking to do, actually come to vision, like it actually come to place. And now with like something like RWA, Centrifuge now could take advantage of that, right? What you think about that?
Yeah, that's a good take on it. I would just add one little thing because, like, I agree with everything you said, but when it comes to like when I look at my bag, it all depends on like what I'm trying to do with that play as well. You know, what I'm trying to do with that coin, what I'm trying to do as far as investing in that. And when I'm looking for a return, like if I'm looking at say Centrifuge, and what was the other one you mentioned along with Centrifuge, the newer one?
Maple Finance here.
The Maple, yeah, Maple Finance. So it's like if I think, I'll look at the market caps of those two as well because if
Hmm.
I'm looking for the top gainers, I want to look at, you know, if I look at Centrifusion's had $1 billion market cap right now, and I say, okay, I think it could get to 10 billion, then realistically, what I'm thinking my return on investment is a 10x.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
if I see Maple at 1 million and I think it could go to 100 million, then I'm like, okay, then so that's the risk versus reward. Me, I'm a little bit more degen with it just because I've been here longer and I got my ETH bag and my Bitcoin bag and my Aave and my chain links. So I definitely look at it in terms like that. If you are you know building a fresh portfolio, then I guess I would have to side with the newer ones. Now that I'm saying this out loud, if
You do got a very good point though. Like,
you know.
I did say this multiple times. Um, for newer altcoins as they're coming out, you're essentially going to probably get the most bang for your buck. Probably able to extract the most money out of these
Mhm.
altcoins, the newer one, only because of their tokenomics, right? So
Yeah.
let me go into something like, when you go into gaming here, you're going to have a bunch of new and old altcoins everywhere in gaming. This is one of those sectors that there's always going to be something new in, right? So when you
Mhm.
go ahead and look at Immutable X here, Immutable X, it's about close to 50% of its supply, a little bit more than 50% of its supply being out, right? But
Mhm.
now you can compare it also because I do have a video where I'm coming out with this video. It's going to be versus Immutable X versus G Swift. They're basically doing the same thing for two different chains, right? Game
Mhm.
Swift here is going to be seen as like the little Immutable X, but when you look at the tokenomics difference, you got to check out the vesting schedule for the new altcoins and how long does
Yeah.
it take for you to even get to like 25 to 50% of its fully diluted valuation, right? If it takes a minute to get there, of course you'll be able to make the most amount of money in that time because of
Mhm.
the little inflation that it has, right? How you feel?
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Definitely.
Yeah.
So
So
it's like, it's not just as easy as saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go get an old coin and get a new coin." And you got to look at it, and you got to throw another nuance in there. You got to say, "All right, what's the hype factor for these two? Is this if it's a game, especially, and this is why I don't do as much into investing in games. Like you really got me hyped up on games. Like, now take a second look at it. But I feel like when those hype cycles die down around certain things, you have to pay attention to that as well. So if it has something that's like for sure, like you said, if it has a new narrative going along with it, if it has, and it's able to play in that narrative real well, then it'll have a better chance of winning.
yep. See, let me check out some of this. Let me check out some of the comments here. Shizzy, Johnny goes, good time to buy Dovu. I know you're a Dovu guy. This actually plays into a new narrative that's actually
Hmm.
coming back around. I'm gonna talk a little bit about it, but you can answer that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm DCAing in Dovu right now, but because I feel like it's just undervalued overall. But if you're looking at just buying, I gotta wait for Bitcoin. So good time to buy. I don't know. We got to see what Bitcoin's doing if you're not already in there or if you're not already DCAing. But yeah, I actually, I'm gonna get a chance to talk with one of the founders of Dovu. um
That's huge.
they reached out, so we're going to be setting that up pretty soon. So I'm excited to see what they got coming up next, because he that's one thing. He saw my Dobu videos and he said, hey, I want to go over the roadmap with you. So I'm gonna
That's
have
good.
some more news on Dobu pretty soon. And obviously they must be excited about what they're doing if they're reaching out to YouTubers and getting their marketing started.
hmm And it's all about carbon credits, right?
Yeah, it's
Right.
about carbon credits, a carbon marketplace.
So what's going crazy right now? I just made the video for it. Right now, carbon credits is going to fall into the new. It was already a narrative, but not too many people were already talking about it.
Mhm.
It's a sleeper narrative called regenerative finance,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was gonna talk about that last week.
Yeah,
Refi, we got
yeah,
cut off.
refi.
Refi, yeah.
What got me into that? The video I just put out today was on Panamo here, which is basically focused on RWAs and DPIN put together, making
Hmm.
a refi, right?
Yeah,
That that to me, I started looking into it. So I got the video coming out for it. So I do think that those carbon credits, altcoins may have a nice little run here as refi as a narrative picks up a little bit more.
yeah. So when you look at okay, so one of the reasons why I'm so big bullish on carbon credits is because, on blockchain people were looking for, like we were looking for what's that killer app, that one use case that's gonna happen or whatever. And it's like when it comes to carbon credits, it's an industry that it has to grow. The government decided that it has to grow, and by 2030 it has to grow like tenfold.
Yeah,
And but it has a lot of problems. So right now people don't believe in it, people are knocking it, and the main reasons that they're knocking it is the main thing that blockchain fixes. You got intermediaries, we don't want intermediaries. You got, things have to be borderless, because we're talking about, someone in California buying credits from someone in Africa and different places like that. So, it's a nice narrative to look into.
yeah. What's the
Especially,
market cap of Dovu right now, anyways?
um it's not really listed. I didn't calculate it before the video.
It's on Hedera, right? It's on Hedera. Am I looking at the
Yeah,
right
it's
one?
on yeah, it's on Hedera.
Okay, because I did make the video and I talked about some like regenerative finance altcoins. I think that could do well too. Dovu wasn't on that list, but of course that I'm glad that you're able to talk about it here, right?
Yeah, Hedera,
And
when you're looking at that whole refi, it's Hedera and Cello are going to be pretty much leading the way on that. They're throwing
yeah.
everything they got at it.
hmm And Shizzy goes, did you hear about the BlackRock with Boston as a RWA? Boston, I don't really pay attention to Boston. Boston was like Flex.
Boston in a minute.
You haven't talked about it in a minute, right?
Yeah.
That falls into the discussion. That's an older coin.
Hmm.
So do you think that this is going to make a comeback now? What is it as an RWA?
Um. Yeah, it definitely could. Now with these new narratives, it definitely could. I think this bull run's going to be a lot different. I've been wanting to make a video about it, and it's such a hard video to make, because I think, in the first bull run that I was in, we kind of set the groundwork, and then we got the layer two things now, and now we're seeing the stuff that's really going to come out to public, and we're really going to start seeing what these things are valued at, as far as like, okay, is it just speculation, or should it be valued at that much? So it's going to be pretty interesting.
So now that you say it, give us your take on the next bull run. Then you can't just say that and not give us your take.
Take on the next bull run. The safe bets. All right, I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking, because the safe bets on the next bull run is just the infrastructure pieces: Hedera, Hashgraph, Ethereum, Celo, Chainlink. all the things that you know need to keep everything running. Like Ethereum cannot go down. Like Ethereum cannot go down. Not in price, but I mean like the network cannot fail. There's
Yeah.
too much money riding on it. There's too many things built on it. It's like one of those too big to fail moments. So it's like easy play. Other things where you see Hedera is built out and they got 100, 200 other projects building on top of it. That's a good play as far as like a long term when you're talking about, hey, trillions of dollars coming into the market. Now, when you're looking at short term, billions of dollars coming into the market, that's when you start to get towards your level twos, your layer twos, the protocols that also help things work, the oracles, you know, but the NFT projects, the IMXs, stuff like that. And then once you look at, okay, then what's going to be like the biggest gainers? It's going to be all the new stuff, the stuff that the newbie is able to do. Like last time it was people could buy NFTs finally. We talked about gaming. People could actually, get excited about these games, but now we're coming to where you're going to be able to play these games. We're going
Hmm.
to have our first Call of Duty type game that's on the blockchain coming soon, so like that's where I think it is as far as the low caps. Because I look at the market in three levels, high, mid, and low, and then I based my my risk on that.
Yeah. Male and female dynamic here had a comment here. Good call on Neon. Now, I'm not too certain when I made this call.
Hmm.
Did you make the call?
No, Neon. Let me check out Neon.
Because I know I was talking about Solana virtual machine. I don't. Do you know about Solana virtual machine?
No, is that
So,
is that?
that's also something I talked about a minute ago. It's called SVM. SVM, Solana virtual machine. They're just making
Yeah.
Solana easier, scalable, and things like that. That was like a little thing that was popping off during the last. We still in the bear market. Sorry, it was like last year or so, right? Made a
Hmm.
video on it. There's a bunch of like there's two altcoins that are coming out that are focused on SVM, and then this one is more so like a EVM, bringing EVM onto Solana. So just making Solana more EVM because, like you said, everything you don't want Ethereum to go down, right? Everything is
Hmm.
going to start becoming more focused on scaling Ethereum in all types of ways. So I do got a video coming out for the layer twos on Ethereum here, but check out SVM. I forgot which the names were. I'm gonna text you.
SVM. Yeah, I'm looking at Solana. I'm looking at this Neon one right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I
Solana
haven't I
virtual
haven't
machine.
really been big on Solana, but I failed, but not getting big on Solana last time because I had a chance to get in real early. But you think Solana's gonna have similar success?
Similar. I don't know, but I do think it'll come back it'll come back. As it has that like partnership with Mastercard, or is it Visa? I don't remember which one it is, but I do think it's going to make its way back. I don't know how a lot of people feel about it. A lot of gaming altcoins have been building on there, still are building on there. So I think there's some bullish case scenarios for Solana, of course.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Smart
That's
Cookie
fair.
says, "Yo, check out Carol Protocol on Base Chain. That project is printing money." I haven't really been playing on Base since they first came out, really, but I gotta check that out.
Yeah, me neither. I gotta take a look at base. Carol Protocol.
You got John here. Can you take a look at GraphLink GLQ? All right, we'll do that in just a second here. I see a question here for you. Cordell asks, do you think Cello is a good investment?
Um, to be honest with you, I'm not invested in Cello, but I am invested on a couple projects that are building on Cello. Um, so I mean, with that being, I guess it's a good investment, but I couldn't actually give you my confident answer because I'm not invested in it.
Yeah, I really haven't been messing around with Cello much, so I can't even answer that myself.
Hmm.
And then we have another question here. What are your thoughts on BitTensor, Tau, and Caspa? Well, I could talk about Tau. I actually even included it in my AI video that I just made for today. Tao is going to be one of those ones, man.
Hmm.
Right now, I feel like a lot of people don't know about Tao because they're marketing, or no one's really talking about it. So it's not much to talk about for Tao. But the thing is, what got me attracted to them, well, not attracted, but interested into them, one of my members brought them to me before they even was like on their like OTC trading, because you could only buy OTC at one point in time, right?
Yeah.
I think you
Uh-huh.
but this thing has the tokenomics of Bitcoin, has a similar halving to Bitcoin. So it's going to take you a
Hmm.
long time before you even realize the max supply for this one. It's an open marketplace for AI, so it's a good AI play, and it's in the Polkadot ecosystem. They bought their own parachains. That's just a little quick little blurb on it, but and they also do have a burn mechanism too. So
Hmm.
things, when this thing runs, it just runs. You can see here, Monday, it was just at
Yeah.
$50, and now it's over here back at like 60, 63, and it was recently at 100. So, and the low was 5 months ago where it hit $30. So I think this thing is going to run next. But this is going to be one of those ones where you're going to see it around in $1,000 price. You're
Yeah.
going to be like,
I
damn.
agree. Yeah, I think yeah, I like this one for sure. I think this one is gonna do some crazy numbers. It's gonna have a lot of volatility if you're holding it. You're gonna take those big gains with those big dips. But I think overall, especially because I think AI is gonna be a huge narrative of the institutions.
Yep.
And soon as the AI pops off on TV, AI is kind of already getting its narrative going on, but I think it'll still have its a nice run.
So that leads right into it, because like AI was a narrative, right? That plays a part into this topic. AI wasn't a narrative till recently, but a
Hmm.
bunch of the top AI altcoins have been around for a minute, right? So that's what that
Well,
brings you into
everything is
your.
kind of. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
Nah, go ahead.
everything is kind of repeating itself, and I say this a lot, but like we did have a big AI narrative, in the first bull market. If you go through my
Yeah,
channel,
yeah.
you see I had a whole AI week where we talked about one AI coin, the Singularity and like AGI, um, some and a lot of them that are not even heard of yet, like but a lot of those coins are also back down at those lows as well. So yeah, if they're still building, then and I don't see a reason why this new narrative won't help them out a little bit. But they have to be doing something like new and fresh. They have to be able to keep up that hype.
Yep. This is so, like when I say a new narrative, of course they had that run right back in
Hmm.
2017, but now it's more like it's outside of crypto as a narrative. Like soon as you saw Chat GPT really sparked the AI narrative, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
you
for
had
sure.
you had the AI narratives in crypto, but now Chat GPT brought it outside of the whole like crypto space. It became something much bigger that people can actually like look forward to, and just not be like, oh, it's just the nerds just talking, right? This thing actually has potential. So now with this narrative, like I said, you had a lot of the older ones. You had from Fetch, Singularity, because I remember seeing
Hmm.
Sophia. That had me like hyped on Singularity itself. I didn't even know what AI was until I saw the robot. And then you
Yeah,
got Ocean Protocol. That's something that's always been around. And then you got some other ones like even Origin Trail was a little bit more in the supply chain, and they started adding
hmm,
more AI to it.
yeah, hmm, yeah. Track. Yeah, they definitely got on the AI, hopped on the AI train just because it really went together and they got hit up for it. Even though I do in the white paper they did mention it, but
Oh, I didn't even know they had mentioned it in the white paper. I
well
just
they
thought,
mentioned they didn't mention AI. They just talked about machine learning because they're all around data,
yeah, yeah.
and all around the protecting the spoofing of data. So I think as AI is getting more and more, like people are seeing little issues with deep fakes, and now it's deep fakes of information and stuff. um it should be pretty interesting.
So what I wanted to say, because to your take, you also did say that um when an older coin, they have to like basically do something new and regenerate, not even regenerate, sorry, basically bring their old coin back to life. I
Yeah.
don't like that take, only because that shows that like they they didn't stick with what they wanted to do from the beginning, right? You started to see it during this like bear market here, where
Oh
some
no, I mean,
altcoins.
oh yeah. I definitely agree with you. I mean, in terms of marketing, yeah,
Oh
just in
yeah,
terms of like and getting in front of like getting in front of the community and stuff like that. But yeah, now, yeah, I like when they stick with what they were. They're on a mission.
exactly. Because like when you go look at some of the older altcoins, like as like the AI narrative popped off, they changed
Hmm.
their whole entire website and added an AI to it.
Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, I
Like
hate that. That means they didn't have. That means that they were just trying to figure something out and trying to get.
exactly,
Yeah.
which is why I like older cemented altcoins because they've been focused on those things for the whole time they've been here, right? But from the poll here, I just want to check out the poll real quick.
Hmm.
I asked the question, which would you rather invest in, new or older altcoins? It's like it's close. It's close. You
Hmm.
have 56% saying they would rather do new, which I'm not mad at because we're going into that bull market. A lot of these new altcoins when they come into that degen market,
Hmm.
some of them will do crazy numbers, and we may
Yeah.
never see those. We may never see those prices again after the entire like allocation and things like that comes out. But I do see we got a super chat here. Ooh, UFO Grove. What are your thoughts about? What are you thinking about on-chain AI? Bad idea? Or what do you mean by
That
that?
idea. On-chain AI. Is that a? It says, what do you think about on-chain AI?
Is that an
Is that
is that an altcoin? Let me check.
I don't know. Are you saying like, oh yeah, on-chain AI, OCAI
Oh yeah, yeah,
is
yeah,
a
yeah. Okay,
powerful
okay.
DPS blockchain that's compatible? Okay.
I think. What was your first thoughts looking at it?
I'm pulling it up right now.
It's a blockchain integrated with an AI chatbot model.
It says DPoS based blockchain, high performance, so clean, centralized, and clean.
Off the website, I don't really see much that's popping off. But let me see. Smart Cookie goes. Carol Protocol has an incentive program with increased staking percentage for onboarding people based on our percentage is minimum 2%, 2% per day. Okay. This one I really have no thoughts on. So I don't know if you have any thoughts on it. I don't see really anything that like stands out to me to like really cover it.
Yeah, because most of it kind of seems like a lot of them, it's just a chat bot. But Snapchat got a chat bot by this time. But I wouldn't knock it. It is new. Um, but
Nah, see that's the thing.
I would have to definitely dig.
Like even though it's new, doesn't mean it's going to perform well, right? Like
Yeah,
if
exactly.
if a lot of people aren't really talking about it, especially the shillers on Twitter, those are the ones that mess you up too, yo. Those shillers on Twitter, they're gonna
Oh
show
yeah, I
you
don't. Yeah,
coins, and then they gonna dump it on you. Don't
yeah.
get caught up in that.
After I seen the meme hype, man, I don't know who I could trust on Twitter.
Yeah,
After
Twitter,
meme.
especially those guys that try to get they be engagement farming. Those are the
Hmm.
worst.
Yeah, now Twitter's a lot of engagement farming everywhere. Like I had, we used to use Telegram. I had to stop using Telegram. You know, so Twitter is a little bit. You got to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, but for right now, I'm gonna say I really don't have no thoughts on chain AI. Um, it could do well, but right now I have no thoughts on it. I don't see anything that like stands out to me to make me be like this could be a good AI play. I have tons of other AI play I believe will
Yeah.
outperform this. But like I said, crypto is a big space. There's a lot of altcoins that some me or Jay may never know that you
Hmm.
may know that do like 1,000x, and then that's when we find out.
Oh yeah, there's been coins and I've been like nah, and they've done 2000x crazy numbers. So and then I know we've caught a couple of them. So you know it yeah, it's a early one. I will look into it, but nothing really stands out as far as
Oh,
yeah,
this one.
I gotta look
Oh,
into it.
I want your thoughts on this one because I really don't know nothing about Casper, with the K,
Hmm. Oh yeah,
um,
yeah,
versus Casper.
yeah. Hmm.
What do you think?
Okay, KIS. So I don't really remember what Casper is all about. Um, but
Casper is the
Casper,
blockchain. It's another blockchain, but it's more for institutions.
okay, is it a POS?
I don't remember. I haven't
Um,
looked into them in a while to like, because they was talking about Casper was talking about they was bringing on a Fortune 100 company as a partner, and I haven't like heard much from them since. But Casper, I've seen a lot of people talk about Casper a lot.
yeah. Now I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and they boosted this thing all through the bear market. Um, they are a POS, so they have mining and things like that. So, um, long term, I couldn't really find um what was really going on with Casper. I know they do a lot of marketing. I know they got a lot of things that they put out there, and they got a big hype community, and that's one thing that I don't doubt. So I don't ever doubt a nice community in a token.
Yeah.
Um,
Anytime I go on
but
YouTube, I see somebody talking about Casper.
yeah, so if you told me like if I had to choose between these two, and I know very little about them, so I just want that to be known. I know very little about them. I've looked into both of them. I looked more into Casper because like I keep seeing it, so I keep trying to look at it. Why is it? Why is everybody hype about it? I think I first seen it at a low market cap.
Yeah, it's
And
the only
yeah,
slogan I know is they solved the trilemma, and that's the selling point right there. That's the selling point. After that, I don't know much about it. I want people to explain it to me why they're bullish on it, and then how high they can see it go from here. Really,
exactly.
because
Yeah,
this
'cause
thing
I
has gone
chose
crazy.
my trilemma solver, and they've been doing great. It's been my top gainer ever.
It's been going crazy. I have no thoughts on it. I have no thoughts on it, and I don't want to get attacked. Bad idea. What is bad idea?
So what about bad idea token?
Yeah, what is that?
What's bad idea token? Tremendous 2000 said what a
Tremendous. Euro was good. Johnny Reed says Casper is one of his biggest bags for good reason. Bad idea. Bad idea AI just sounds like a bad idea.
Come on, y'all couldn't come up with a better name. They might have asked AI for that name.
Oh no, blockchain AI and DAO. That equals bad. Yeah, they definitely should have came up better name than that.
That's a talking point, right? Let's see where we at. 23 million market cap.
This is a newer altcoin too.
Mm-hmm. Um, all-time highs 2 months ago.
Also, when you like look at some of these altcoins, um, you got to figure out what's the first like what's their selling point.
Mm-hmm.
Like right here, I don't see a selling point. What's gonna? It's just blockchain AI and DAO. I'll just look at Singularity Net or something.
They connected to Shibarium. Wait,
Shibarium. Okay, okay,
Shibarium.
okay. So I see that. So it came into two different new narratives. You have the Shiba narrative, and then the AI narrative. This is probably where it got a lot of hype from.
Yeah,
And it's a meme coin. Hey, I stay out of it.
yeah. He said I
I
stay
know
out of
nothing
it. I
about the
said,
memes.
let's see. Bad idea
I know
token in the
nothing
top
about memes.
five. Yeah, let me see. Cannot wait for Shibarium projects to start popping up later too.
Yeah, I gotta be careful in those meme spaces, man.
Yeah,
That's
man. I don't
dog
know.
eat
Yeah,
dog, man.
the meme spaces, man. It's weird. They always
That's a
they
dog
always
eat
pop
dog
off, and then
world.
they start, you know. Just think about it, man. Think about, you're talking about the coin I want to invest in is the token that's going to $1 trillion market cap. Something that $500 billion market cap. So, can you see somebody going into a meeting of all these, ties? black tie event and pulling out a SHIB poster. Unless you're in like an entertainment space, it's kind of hard.
Tremendous says 2021 coins and up. That's actually good. Let me ask you the question. So I'm gonna ask everyone this question. Does that mean you're not looking at no altcoins from 2016 and up?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
If you go all the way back to 2016 to 2017, right? That's when you got your Singularity Net, your Fetch AI, Ocean Protocol. These are like, let's say you're just looking for the AI altcoins. These are the top 3. So that means you automatically have to take them out the equation, right? And then you just focus on the 2021 and up. That's why I say it depends on the circumstances.
Yeah, it
Like,
depends. If it's still relevant and it's still around, like like Chainlink, it's still very relevant and they're still needed. Now, and they've been out forever. They're for a long time. It's hard to just like say like, nah, you can't invest. No, like Ocean Protocol, it's been silent. As far as the games, but it's like it's like Chainlink. It's like everybody's using Ocean Protocol. So it's one of those where it's like you can't really deny that usage. And
yeah,
some of these coins, that just, in my opinion, that just makes it undervalued. So that longevity, it counts.
yeah, longevity got to count for something, especially if you're able to make it through this many bear markets.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much money it takes for you to survive. Triage didn't have a short pump. I thought okay. I haven't really looked back into Triage in a while. I think people was like comparing it to the Quant or something like that.
Trius has a lot going on. They have a whole ecosystem going on, but they're in Asia. They got a big Asian crowd and stuff, but they got an ecosystem that's pretty much building in a lot of the narratives that we like to talk about, AI, RWAs. But they're doing it kind of like Cardano, I would say. They're doing the whole like getting different people to test it, and it's taking a little bit longer based on just how they're building the blockchain itself. So it's one to take a look at with the tokenomics of it are beautiful.
No, that I did see the tokenomics, amazing. I did see that. I'm not gonna knock. And I'm pretty big on like the Asian side of everything. I do think that that's gonna be a big driving point for Triage. Have you heard of Pal AI here? I've seen a lot of videos on this as well.
Yeah, I've seen a video about it, but I didn't really take
To
too
be
much time on it.
to be honest, like the website itself looked like it was bought off of Fiverr, but I'm not gonna lie, this thing has pumped crazy. Um, it has pumped crazy though.
You said
And
it looked like it was bought off of Fiverr.
now, if you look at the web, yo, when I swear to you, I bought my NFT website off of Fiverr, and it looked just like this. Not saying it's not.
Okay.
I'm not saying that makes Pal a bad project. I was just pointing something out there.
Well, they got that Google Cloud partnership, Omni Awards, OKX. I don't know what's the Google Cloud partnership about. Because
I really haven't. I looked into it for a quick second, but it wasn't something that like fully like intrigued me on like being a part of my plays.
yeah,
I could see this being like the coin of the month or the coin of the few months. Like a lot of people talk about it for a little bit, then it just dies down.
hmm
And I think the chart kind of shows that too. Like it was talked about a lot here, right? And then it just came back down and just stopped talking. Oh, actually, it's only been around for 3 months. I thought it'd
yeah,
been around for longer. All right. And it's at a $47 million market cap. That's huge.
hmm yeah. It's been kind of asleep for a little bit, but it is starting to recover. So
And what I do want to say to the point of like new altcoins, reason I brought this as a topic is because you guys know I get into a lot of private sales. So I'm pretty much getting into a lot of new altcoins. After a while, my portfolio becomes a lot of new altcoins. Like
hmm
right now, I have a few that is already out, and they're just like the top gainers in my altcoin in my bag right now because they're pretty much new. And then when they do run, since there's a little bit of the circulation out, it runs quick. Like Open Fabric here, we got into the private sale, so
Mhm.
whatever I put into it, it looks good in my portfolio because it just looks amazing, right?
Because it's the private sale. Yeah, y'all
Exactly.
get into them private sales. You know.
Yo, so like when it comes down to if I'm like if I could make a take, the take would
Mhm.
be if you got the opportunity to get into like new altcoins private sales, you would do much better than any old altcoins
That's
because
yeah. Mhm.
you're getting at such a low price at a favorable like price with the vesting schedule. But the only thing about it is that you won't get your entire allocation for like maybe a year or two, right? Depending on what that vesting schedule looks like. So it may outperform your older altcoins, but you won't be able to fully like realize those gains. This happened to me last bull with Blocktopia, where in my private sale group, it made a lot of unrealized millionaires, right?
Mhm.
That first allocation we got was like, what was it, like a 10K allocation. Like every person was able to have like about 10K in their first allocation sent back to them. And then after
Uh-huh.
that, we still have not gotten the full allocation. So even though we made so much money off of Blocktopia, we still haven't really gotten the entire allocation. So that's what I could say about newer altcoins. Newer altcoins are good if you get into the private sale, but you got to be able to get your allocations pretty fast, right? If you want to make like some good gains and have all your capital, and then you're not getting into the newer altcoins, you may have to wait a little bit. But let me
Yeah.
go through on some comments here. For the most part, okay. Tremendous says, for the most gains, the newer are always best, especially the ones that will release right before the peak, like last bull. All about timing the bottom. What you think about this comment?
Um. I can't disagree with him. I just don't like the timing part because timing usually when you try to time stuff it starts biting you in the ass a little bit. But you said for the most part the most gains are in the newer projects. Yeah, but there are also a lot of gains in the older projects. And I made that mistake with Solana. Solana was an older project when I saw about it at a low price and it went crazy. And also with one of my top gainers, Omi, the token was out for a long time,
Yeah, I
and
know you was big on Omi.
that token was out for a long time, and then it did 1,000x in a couple of weeks.
So there's some old coins that can do well. It's just
Hmm.
it's gonna be harder to find. Of course, you can get more of the newer altcoins to make sizable gains, but you can have an old altcoin, pull like 1,000x, and that 1,000x outperforms all the new altcoins that you would have had.
Yeah, you want to look at it in terms of risk versus reward. A newer coin has more risk because it's not proven, So I think that's what we're trying to say with the older coins being better, is that once they're proven a little bit, you have less risk of them just the founder saying, "Hey, you know what? This ain't working," or the VCs pulling out, or getting dumped on when say the project founder tokens invested 2 years ago. You're not worried about, hey, as soon as the price pumps, 1,000%, everybody at the company's gonna take profit. So
That's a
you know,
that's a very good point, because me coming from like the private sale area,
hmm
I'm not gonna lie to you. I see a 50x anytime I'm getting those tokens. Every month I'm getting them tokens. I'm selling.
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're
I'm
dumping.
selling.
Like I'm not trying to tell people the false news. Like people who have money, they're coming for your money. Like when you're sitting here and you're waiting for people to show up so your coin can do gains, you're waiting to take people's money. you know it's you don't lose money in investing, like people take it from you, so it's like and that's why we want the institutions to come in, because we're like they got more money for us to take. So
That's pretty good fact. Dion just had a partnership with Powell and pumped wildly recently, just skeptical because of the CEO hidden. See, that's also about new altcoins right there. The CEO's
Mhm.
hidden some of the time. But like I said, it depends on the situation you in for the newer versus older altcoins. And Solana released a little before last bull. never had a bull run, and last year it popped off, so technically new. So he's saying that Solana is going to actually experience a full degen market going into the next bull run.
You think so?
That's what Tremendous is saying.
That's an interesting take.
The thing is, the amount of money that's coming into this next bull is going to be crazy. So the valuations we're going to see all across crypto is going to be crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you're coming from 2017, if you're coming from 2016, 2017, the valuations there were crazy. But then when you went and saw the next run, you was like, damn, some of these altcoins hitting $50 billion market caps? What the heck?
Yeah, that's definitely true. Because I think Dogecoin kind of woke me up. I ain't gonna lie, because I was just like, I used to joke like, "Oh, Dogecoin get to a $5 billion market cap." Dogecoin sat there and was at a 15, $30 billion. I was just what? And it was just, and it was solely based on just people being excited to try to make some money. It wasn't really based upon no real building, no real, it had adoption from everybody who was trying to get rich, but just the fact that it could do that was crazy. And then we seen Shib and Floki and all these other ones follow.
And to that suit was crazy. Did Shib outperform Doge?
Gains wise, Shib had a higher amount of gains.
It did
overall. I think it did overall. Don't quote me on that, but I think Shib was one of those ones because it started at just straight from the bottom, so it was like a quicker 1000x.
All right. Well, when it comes down to Doge, I'm so pissed about Doge. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Oh my god, I remember I was seeing that thing so cheap. Oh my god, so cheap.
Dude, I used to get free Doge when I first got into crypto, 2016. I used to, we had faucets.
Mine it, right? The faucet.
Yeah, I used to go up on the faucet and just get my little 1,000 Doge every 10 minutes or so. And if I would have known, like, all those Doge was left on that faucet thing, and that faucet is gone.
I was hard-headed, man. I was hard-headed when it came down to Doge. I can't lie. Yeah. That's why to this day I'm still not talking about memes.
Yeah, that's why I don't. That's when I say I can't, like, I don't doubt communities. I don't doubt the hype. Doge is one of those reasons why. Shib is another reason. Like Floki, what is, like, Elon made a joke about naming his dog Floki. We got a token that's at $1 billion. Like, what?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Elon gotta be stopped, bro. This man could put out one tweet, and all of a sudden that altcoin gonna go nuts. He gotta be stopped. The man is Thanos. But I see a comment here. I see a nice little comment here. What do I think about G Swift? G Swift, I am super bullish on. When it comes down to, like, my future altcoins that I believe in, G Swift is one of them ones for me. It is
G Swift is built on what?
G Swift is interoperable. It's pretty much right now. If you could just see what I'm looking at right now, it's gonna be on all chains, right? But its main home will be Matic. Matic Polygon guys has chose G Swift as like the ecosystem for any new games that want to build on Matic to build on G Swift's chain. So essentially, they're immutable X for the Polygon ecosystem, right? And they're going to be expanded more chains than just immutable X, and this is why I'm bullish on it. And I got the video coming out, G Swift versus immutable X. You guys could wait for that. This right here, I'm super bullish on. The gaming hub looks good. Everything for it looks really good as of right now. I think they said. I like that one. I don't remember. There's some different things here. But this guy put out a Dune dashboard for G Swift too. So even something more to look into the analytics.
They partnered with Casper.
They did have a partnership with Casper. They supposed to announce some other partnerships too, though. How do y'all feel about dexes that never had a bull run with bigger altcoins like Sarsa Swap to HBAR? How you feel about that?
I think they'll have their run. If they are on a chain that's gonna see that utilization, especially Sarsa Swap. Like, the reason why I'm bullish on that one is because HBAR has what Polygon had, which is that big ecosystem fund that they haven't deployed a lot of. They haven't seen a lot of deployment yet. So once a lot of those things deploy, dexes on HBAR might see a bit of a gain from that. And Saucer Swap is kind of placing itself as one of the top ones. You
So
know, so
I
deep
I
top
did make
water.
a video talking about these when it comes down to dexes. If you think that main ecosystem it's on, next that dex could do some crazy numbers, right?
Hmm.
So I'm super bullish on Polkadot, so that has me on Hydra. You know, for those that are bullish on, you know, H bar, I'm bullish on H bar, but I wouldn't like put it in my portfolio. I wouldn't really talk about H bar as much. But if I was supposed to take a bet on H bar, I'm taking that
Hmm.
through saucer swap.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah,
Right?
exactly. So that's, look at, when it comes to like a new chain that you're into, always look at the big decks on that chain, see how it's doing so far, and then also look at the money market. So
This
what's the Ave of that chain?
exactly. This is what I learned from the last bull. Any new ecosystem that came out, if you was able to play their decks, you was able to make a shit ton of money just
Hmm.
off their decks. Every ecosystem, especially if they had farming, you'll be able to. I remember I was
Yeah.
on Moonbeam. I was on Moon River before Moonbeam even came out. I was on Moon River. I told my guys in the Discord, I'm like, yo, I'm farming here. Farmed a bunch of. They had it was called solar something. I was just farming it, made it quick $1,000 in like a few days, just
Hmm.
farming it. Did nothing else but farm it. So these dexes have the opportunity when their ecosystem go crazy. People don't realize how big VRA is going to be. Actually, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about VRA. How you feel about VRA? I know that's like one of those.
It's like Casper. It's one of those popular ones that
Yeah,
you can't escape it. Can't escape veracity. I'm not gonna lie. Like my community is what got me big on VRA. They kept on telling, look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. I'm like, all right. And then I looked at it, I was like, all right, okay. What really got me bullish was I saw I don't know who was talking, but I saw somebody doing a little interview on it. Um, Not an interview, presentation on it, and I was like, okay, they seem kind of serious.
so, question for
Um,
you though: do you think Pepe will be the next bull market that we're gonna have, become the next like Dogecoin, Shiba, as that meme that does insane numbers?
yes, personally, yes. I think Pepe is the meme. We only had Doge because Pepe was asleep. You know, Pepe was Pepe is the 4chan god. You know what I mean? Like people don't know that Pepe is the reason why Chainlink pumped back in the day, and there was no Pepe meme. So I think
Oh no!
when things start going crazy, I believe Pepe can do some
Oh,
stuff.
so you telling me I gotta do a nice little 5x long on Pepe?
No, I wouldn't recommend 5X long off of anything you
Man,
hear on the
what you mean?
podcast.
What you mean? I was over here.
But
Ask the guys in the Discord. The guys in the Discord know I'm playing over there with the hundred of X's. Let that thing go down a
mhm.
little bit. I'm scared. I'm just ending it. But I've made some
Yeah, but I think
playing hundred
if
X's.
you yeah, if you do have a moon bag, then I feel like if you do have a moon bag, then Pepe gotta be. Or if you're into memes, and I'm not really into memes like that, but I do have a moon bag, so Pepe gotta be in there.
How you feel about Player Bull? Have you heard of it? I made a video on Player Bull. I think Player Bull is gonna be a good one. It's on the
Playable. No, enlighten me. What's going on with playable?
It's another game. It's another game that's on Avalanche, but Avalanche is getting a lot of it was getting a lot of hype, which is
Hmm.
brought it to my attention when I saw it. It's on
Yeah.
Avalanche. I think it's the only viable game as of right now. Don't quote me on that. Matter of fact, I don't even know. I know there's actually another metaverse on Avalanche, but Player
Hmm.
Ball looks good. They had some streamers actually like they were playing it versus their community. You can actually play it right now. I think it's on the Epic Game Store, but everything looks pretty decent for Player Ball. Am I playable? I don't know. I think that's what you.
Playable. Playable. Yeah. Yeah. Avalanche had a partnership. Somebody surprised me.
Avalanche got
Um,
something with Amazon, don't they?
Yeah, they do have the Amazon. They got Google partnership, Amazon partnership, but they had a something with gaming recently, and I remember I was like super surprised, but man, too many coins. I forgot
Yeah.
exactly what it was. I don't
Alex
want to
Becker
quote it
will
wrong
pump.
right now.
Alex Becker will pump gaming again. So Alex Becker, I think people are still waiting for Alex Becker's new list because I think he was supposed to revise his new list to add some newer gaming altcoins, which also
Hmm.
plays to this like topic, right? Um, this is what I want to ask you. Will you bet on newer gaming altcoins if they don't have their game out? Or will you bet on the older gaming altcoins if they have their game out?
Mm, that's a good question.
Because
You
it
know,
plays into the new versus old altcoins. And when it comes down to
yeah,
gaming, is either you're speculating for the new game or the game has to actually be out for you to actually, play that.
yeah, that's true. Um, damn, honestly, I might I might have to go with the game that's out because games are really risky in my opinion. Like games, like me and you, we had different experience with the gaming tokens, but a lot of gaming tokens they get that hype cycle, the game comes out, or at least the previous games that we had, they get that hype cycle, the game comes out, and then they kind of die down.
Yep, that's very
You
true.
know.
That's what when I be talking about like gaming, I tell people the games need to be playable, has
Hmm.
the replay factor. It needs to be streamable. People need to be sitting there and
Yep.
wanting to watch that content creator play that game. Because look at Fortnite. People are watch content creators play Fortnite all night long, and that's how successful that's how it played a factor into the success of Fortnite.
Yeah, and I think for me with games, it's like you have to really be promoting it to like gaming audiences. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I guess like what you're saying, it has to be streamable by like a normal streamer.
Yep.
When you're just kind of going after the crypto audience and getting the blockchain folks to come and play your game, it's not as it's if you're into games, that's not what you should be doing. Like your competition is, Fortnite, your competition is Call of Duty, it's
Pretty much.
Roblox. Like you gotta go and get out there.
And Johnny Reed says, "Can't wait for Layer Zero." I can't wait either. We got into the
Hmm.
private sale of Layer Zero. This bad boy, I'm waiting for this one. Shit, this once that come out, oh yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Do you think new coins only being on Binance chain but never expanding to ETH are bad and risky plays? This is a good question.
That's a good question.
I'm gonna
No,
say,
I don't.
oh,
Oh,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
go
You
ahead. I'm
go
gonna let
first.
you
You
go
go
first. I'm
first.
gonna let you go first.
I was gonna say I don't think they're bad or risky plays, but I do think they're definitely limiting themselves, to because Binance does have a lot of users and it does have a lot of people in that ecosystem, but you're kind of keeping yourself to that ecosystem. That's why having things bridge over is kind of good. So as far as being like bad or risky plays, I don't necessarily think so, but I would. Actually, yeah, I would say yeah, more risky than things that are expanding to, and not just ETH to multiple chains. Multi-chain things are going to be a big part of this next bull run as well.
Yeah, what I'm going to say is I do think it's a risky play, not a bad play, but a risky play. Only because that's where the most degens are, and once you start getting to ETH, and well, mainly ETH, because people are more conscious about the trades they make on ETH, because when it gets to that bull market, you're not going to want to pay those gas fees. I don't know how much some of you guys paid in gas fees. I know how much I paid. I did not want to trade all
Hmm.
willy nilly.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
when it comes over to ETH, I think that's a little bit more a better look, because I remember last bull, some people didn't even want to buy some coins on BNB because they seen it as a lot of like rugs and things like that. But I think that may change, but I still think it's a risky play. I would
Yeah.
rather that coin be all over in all different chains. You being able
Right.
to access it on Avalanche, maybe Arbitrum, things like that. It cements it a little bit for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
He says Pepe will flip Sheba for sure.
That's what I'm banking on. That's a good.
Okay.
When I saw that, that's what made me think that Pepe was undervalued because I said, "Oh, Pepe, like, can it reach? I think it can reach Doge, but it hasn't even reached Shiba yet. That's about all I know about meme coins."
But let me ask you this question though, because off of his question came up
Hmm.
to something like this. When it comes down to newer versus all older altcoins, I'm gonna say majority of the time, the older altcoins will be listed on the better exchanges, giving them more exposure to to the to people that don't even play on dexes, right? And
Right.
then if they haven't been on an exchange yet and they get listed on something called Coinbase, those coins go nuts.
Yeah. And
Last
even when
bull,
they get
everybody was
listed on Binance, I in the first bull market, I came up off of just waiting for things to get listed on Binance. Yeah.
exactly. And Binance and Coinbase are the two that actually they want you to be cemented in crypto before they even list you on their marketplace. For some of them, they do, they have invested, because you do have Coinbase Ventures now, you do have Binance Ventures. So if they're invested 9 out of 10 times, those coins will get listed onto those exchanges. So that's also
Yep.
another tip that you can look towards when it comes down to newer versus older altcoins, right? The newer altcoins most likely will only be on dexes, right, where you'll be able to make the most money, because if they're not exposed to like centralized exchanges yet. Once they
Yeah.
get listed onto centralized exchanges, then you're gonna start seeing a bigger pump than you've seen before. Well, let me see. There's some more comments here. Medicaid is an upcoming altcoin. Yep. Tremendous. Says Medicaid could be mentioned by Alex Becker's new video because of the CEO involved in Neo Tokyo, which is Becker's foundation. Yep. I don't know if you know about all of that. One of the guys that used to be in my Discord wanted me to get one of those Neo Tokyos, and I didn't know nothing about NFTs at that time. I had skipped out on them, and they have
Yeah.
them crazy. But the Neo Tokyo basically gives you I think it gives you access to something that Becker's doing, or his it's called his foundation. So of course that's good. So Medicaid could be something to look out for. I think they're going to be launching on Engine Starter. Look out.
Okay, Engine Starter.
Yeah, go ahead. What you said?
No, I was just listening.
Yeah, look out for Sugartown. They are the first Zynga Web3 game and GTA team, and their NFTs are out. Okay, we're gonna look into that one. Check out PMP. I'm a PMP. Layer 2 AI just launched today. Reversal happening. Team is bullish. Okay, let's check that out. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't heard that. Came out today. PMPY.
You might have to see that on Deck Screener or something.
Yeah, it might have to be on Twitter, maybe.
Let me see if we can find it on Deck Screener first. How do you feel about Zen? The community reminds me of Hex. Lots of people were not a fan of Hex, but when Zen gives Hex vibes, I feel Zen will explode last minute. I don't know nothing about Zen or Hex. I just know that Hex just went crazy, and now it's dumped. When a coin gets listed on Binance and Coinbase at the same time, sweet parabolic. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the juicy altcoins you want to look for and be in them before, like Soto Crypto Scooby Doo is a meme. Nah, I don't need no memes.
There's a meme for the next book. Soto Crypto. Nah. Nope.
Yo, you saw that Harry Potter Obama Inu?
Nah. I'm done, bro.
I know nothing about the. Oh, what the heck? This chart just looks crazy. What's going on here? You said it just launched. Let me see.
PMPY.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's on Dex
yeah, that look like it's a rug pull already.
Let me see. Where is a Twitter at?
Yeah, where's a Twitter? I'm looking on Twitter right now. For all the weak aimers, let me see. Oh, right here. Oh, that might be the wrong one. Let's see. Layer 2 crypto, unlocking the potential, exploring diverse currencies. Layer 2s.
My computer be slow, man. But let me continue reading these comments here. No, I got the right one.
Okay.
I got the right one.
It's down what, 34% today?
I got the right one. We're gonna check out the website here.
They just
Sucks that
today?
Compete isn't on a single centralized exchange or more decks. For that reason, I will have to say no to it. But the Xbox partnership is pretty cool. So I do think that Compete, this is the best time for you to buy it on Compete. You don't want to just buy it before it gets to the centralized. You don't want to buy it only on the centralized exchanges. You want to buy it before it gets to the centralized exchange.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
You get that pump when it gets there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get that nice little pump. It's a nice little green window for you.
Yeah, definitely. If you believe in it and it's not on any exchanges yet, then you're early. That's what we're looking for.
And I've been in some of their Twitter spaces. They're working hard. Compete
Hmm.
is working hard. I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. And then oh nah, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here. These guys, it's a shill. It's these shillers. They came here to tell us about this altcoin, so we just pull it up and talk about it.
The PMPYs about
Yeah.
let's go. What we talking about it? Let's see. Hey, you better know we gonna keep it real. So if it's whack,
Yo,
it's whack.
remember last bull when you saw the roadmap that they was looking to get that Coinbase CoinGecko listing and Coin Market Cap listing, it was like, it was bullish. Now when I see it, I'm just like, that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, what? Getting a coin market cap listing?
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
before
that was never bullish to me. That was always like I was literally about to say that earlier in the stream on one of the tokens we looked at, and they actually sent on Twitter, "Hey, Coin Market Cap, can you correct our data?" No, 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 bro. That's so unprofessional.
yeah,
Send them a private message. Get that out of my face.
yeah, but yeah, Shizzy, that it is some shillers that just came in just to talk about that one altcoin. We're gonna have to get back to it. G Swift will be huge. The tokenomics are nice, being locked up for a year, having a low supply for a while. Yo, tremendous. You are a smart man. I've been telling people this for a while. Early stages of the altcoin and its tokenomics is where you're gonna be able to make the best amount of money for it. And if they're locked up for a year, you got a whole year to make a lot of money with it, right? A whole year to
Hmm.
trade G Swift. G Swift, I'm extremely bullish on. It's gonna be one of those big gaming altcoins in my bag. Big time is gonna be the other one, and I'm kind of leaning towards G Foul as well. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've been sold on G Foul, and I'm there. Big time, I see the stream. I see people streaming big time, and the thing is, like I told you guys, that's one of my things I like to see is
Hmm.
it being streamed by some of the bigger streamers, and there's a lot of people streaming this thing at this point in time. And I'm kind of biased. I did make a lot of good money off of it. Can't lie, off the spaces, but I didn't get that airdrop. That's one thing I didn't get. And I think big time is going to be one of those that a lot of people are going to push. As you can see from the early stages of its release, it got released on pretty much all the major exchanges. So that lets you know a lot of people are super bullish on this thing, and it's probably going to get shielded everywhere you look. Have you been looking at any new altcoins lately?
Yeah, I've been looking at a bunch of coins. I haven't really been picking up as many. Like I was saying last time, I'm trying to refine my portfolio and control any FOMO I might be having. But because I'm looking at the narratives for sure. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna pick up in each narrative because, like I said, layer zeros, refi, RWAs, AI, gaming. You know, then I want to have money. Liquidity on the side for a lot of the DGen plays that's going to be coming along too in the DeFi market. So,
So this is going to lead
um,
me to my next question for you.
mhm.
What is your plan going into the next bull market? Before we end our stream, how are you preparing yourself for the next bull market at this point in time, and what are you doing, and how you doing with your portfolio?
So with my portfolio, definitely right now because I do have a bunch of like residuals. I have like things get crazy in the bull run. Like in the bull run, things get crazy for me, especially in this last bull run. So I'm getting a lot of I have coins is in different wallets, and I'm kind of want to narrow down all of that, and just come up with like my main. I have like my main top 10 portfolio and just keep that running. But I want to just have like 50% of my capital sitting on the sidelines for different opportunities that pop up, and I want to have the rest of it deployed into the low caps that I'm interested in. Because this time around, I'm going more risky because I've already done I did my fun with Bitcoin and Ethereum and the long term. So this time I'm going a little bit more risk adverse because I've already made a lot of gains. So I'm kind of playing with the casino's money at this point.
That's
Um,
fair. You
you
trying to
know,
make sure you retired. You trying to make sure you
yeah.
retired. You gonna let me
So
hold
this
the mill
time,
when you
yeah,
make it?
yeah. So this time, I'm trying to retire with this one, but at the same time, I do still have, like we always talk about, got to keep it there. Like some of the top ones that I'm for sure getting: Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink, um, ETH, and Aave. Those are probably like my top five that I think they have to do good for this, or even for crypto overall.
Yeah. So my question is, you gonna let me hold the mill when you make like 10?
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. We could do like a you know
Just alone, just alone,
P2P
just alone.
loan,
You know, it's
P2P
alone.
loan or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know,
Like,
man. You got all the private sale stuff going on. So probably I would, if you told me, hey man, I got a private sale, I need to hold a mill. I don't know. That might be something to consider with what you working with, man.
nah. Listen. I'm just trying to hold the mill. I'm trying to be up in like what is it, Dubai or something, just relaxing for a little bit. Just let me hold a nice little mill. Once y'all make y'all millions, just let me hold a little bit.
Yeah, send a little $100,000 super chat to my boy, just to
Exactly,
say.
exactly. Help a boy out, man. I'm trying to build the altcoin chaser house real quick, man.
Yeah,
Nah. But my plans going into the next bull, really, it's pretty simple. By I'm going to have my full portfolio completed before December
that's
on
a good idea. That's a good idea.
all the altcoins. I'm going to have, like, I'm already starting to DCA into some of them, right?
Hmm.
But the main ones that I really am going into the next bull with is going to be fully made, fully realized by December. And I'm trying to cut that down to at least 8. And that is the hardest thing I'm
That's the
going
hardest thing in the
through.
world, bro.
It's the hardest thing I'm going through right now. And as you can see, I'm super bullish on so many different altcoins
Yeah, same.
that, like, G Swift here is going to end up being, it's going to be cemented into my portfolio. Big time is going to be in there, right? And since I'm getting into a bunch of private sales, that also helps my preparation going into the next bull market as well.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
I get into these private sales, they're not going to launch probably until Q1, and if they do launch, they're going to launch at the end of Q4 or so. Just like Open Fabric just launched, and I was in this for a little bit, and then for a while now, and then you got what you call it, Sophia Verse, that also launched, right? So there's coins that I get into in the private sale that end up coming out, and they start to trickle while I'm in the bull market. So that's a part of my preparation there. So a lot of the newer altcoins you probably won't see me talk too much about,
Hmm.
or even show that I'm holding a lot of it, because I'm just letting my private sale thing do its thing, right? Now the coins that I talk about is probably the coins I probably buy on the open market that I couldn't really get into the private sale. Something like Game, Big Time. I didn't get into the private sale, nor did I get the airdrop. So I'm buying that off the open market, and I'm waiting for a good time to get into it. I've been saying below 15 cents is going to be a good buying opportunity. It's looking like it might even go to 10 cents. So I'm probably going to be a little greedy and wait for that as well. And then,
Yeah.
well, what was it? You have some other ones. So like there's just different ways for preparation. But
Hmm.
my main thing is, I would tell everybody, you gotta lock in and bring your portfolio down to at least, if you can't even bring it down to 5, try to get it to 8. If you can't do that, at least 10. You
Yeah.
gotta, can't go, you can't be overexposed, especially depending on how much money you're working with. Let's say you're only working with 10K. You can't just have 1K in 10 coins. You
Yeah.
should have
Hmm.
something that's actually your favorite, and
Hmm.
then you put the most money in there to get the most amount of gains out of it. How you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Because I mean, I think that's what everybody should kind of be thinking about overall. Because even though we've done it before, that's what we're thinking about in our own. And it's unique. It's hard to answer that question because it's like it's unique to everybody's situation. How many coins they have. Exact. Yeah, pretty much agree with everything you said.
Yeah,
Because that's exactly what I'm doing. Just trying to narrow it down to those top 10 coins, and then I'm gonna have liquidity on the side for when because if you're in crypto every day, then I believe you're gonna have a lot of FOMO. And this is something I even said on my channel. I even told people, hey, keep $40, keep $400, whatever your your thing is, just to kill FOMO. because if you start moving things around in the bull market, things start pumping, and you didn't plan for it, you're gonna mess yourself up
Yo,
easy.
that's a good
You know.
point right there. That's why you do got to have some money on the sideline just for that occasion right there, because a lot of new altcoins is going to be showing their faces going into that bull
Hmm.
market, and you're gonna want to play it because some of your favorite content creators, including me or Jay or some other ones, or the Twitter shillers are going to be talking
Hmm.
about it, and then you're gonna want to put it, and then you're gonna mess up your whole portfolio.
Because look, as you're narrowing it down to 8, and you got 25, and you're narrowing it down to 8, and there's that one number 9 that you're like, damn, I really want this one, but I gotta let it go for this other one, and then that ninth one does 200x, that's gonna cause some
You
FOMO.
you're
So
gonna be
you
sick.
got to, yeah, you go, oh no, why did I do that? That was stupid. You know, everything altcoin, everything currency was talking mess. They forget
Yep.
those guys, but that's why you got to have conviction in something and just stick to it. And
Yep.
like I like what you said by figure it out by December, because next year is an election year. We see a lot of things coming. Liquidity is going to have to pour into the market, so it's a good time to be getting ready. I've been saying it for the last 6 months.
I should preface by saying this as well. You should have already been ready because I
Hmm.
to my own horn once again. I said the bottom of the market is at 15K, and people know it's timestamped on my Discord. I said it before. A lot of people on YouTube said 15K was the bottom, and I
Hmm.
prepare for that to be the bottom. So
Yeah, when I started
even
saying it's
me,
time to start buying these coins, everyone was like, "What? Are you serious?" And I'm just
yo,
like, "You want to get longevity if you're collecting over time."
I do want to say this. This is crazy because during that time, while we was at like 15K, some altcoins we seen fall to some crazy numbers, right? I'm
Hmm.
bringing up this one in particular because we did get into the private sale of this, and this is the first one I can really truly remember fall under its private sale prices during that time, right?
Hmm.
We got into this Nakamoto games at 12 cents at private sale prices last bull, 12 cents. This thing
Yeah.
fell to an all-time low of about 5 cents, 5 cents, right? So that means you was getting it at favorable prices, better prices than me in that private stages, right? And now look where it's at. Let's say you bought it at 5 cents. It's now at 79 cents. So a lot of these lows that you like you want, they have been gone for a while, right? While you guys are, waiting for Bitcoin to go back down to 15, back to 20 or 15K, you have
Hmm.
missed the bottoms on some of these altcoins, and you don't know if you're going to see those again. Like Nakamoto games, you're not seeing 5 cents for a while, if it even happens again, right? So
Hmm.
even though
Yeah.
you got to prepare, you still got this is like you're going into the fourth quarter where this is where you need to start preparing to get into these altcoins if you're not already in them, right? So that's pretty much all I got to tell you guys.
And if you're low on capital, and you don't have, you're sitting below, the 10, 20, 30 bands in the market already, experiment, play with DeFi, um, airdrop farm, just experiment, do crypto, and it'll be worth it.
And while even on that subject, this is crazy because when you look at Nakamoto games, right? Nakamoto games, it seems like it's going to be one of these plays that a lot of people are going to want to start to purchase from
Hmm.
what they're doing. But this plays into the topic of newer versus older altcoins. This came out the last cycle, and it's going to start to run like a newer altcoin because it's getting that hype now. So that goes to what I said. Some of the old altcoins will will see that run that some new altcoins will see, and Nakamoto
Yeah.
games is one of those.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true.
But yep, that is the stream for you guys, man. I hope you guys learned some things. From what I see here, a lot of people are liking newer altcoins. 72% of you guys that voted on this wanted a newer altcoin, so that's fair enough. A lot of new altcoins will be coming out, so you guys should be ready for all that. But come back for the next stream. We're gonna have another good topic for you guys, and that's it. I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.
Peace.